The Bulls play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live for you right here from Chicago. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And it's Jokic missing. The amazing Nikola Jokic, Stan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do a game?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand. Constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. That one falls.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now, here's ball. And Adebayo throws it down.
Yeah, Adebayo there throwing it down with a little attitude.
Pass to Jokic. Launches it. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Ausar Thompson. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available. Some guys who had hardly...
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh. Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? We give Morant about an 11 there?
Over to the wing. Morant with the steal. The drive by Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
So fast of foot. On the run, Ausar, tough to catch.
Drives to the hoop. That one drops for him. He has 7.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Morant looking around. Jokic a screen. Jacks up a 3. And it's Morant missing.
You can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Adebayo drives in. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Here's Morant. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, he's looking pretty much unstoppable. Morant making the defense regret that physicality.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Thompson outside. Fires from the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Chicago trailing here. There's the draw. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Now ball. Hasn't made one yet. Adebayo with the elbow. Boom, he jams it straight down. Here's Morant. It's a three-point game. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls.
Number 22. First personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the lineup for the Pistons.
Screen by McDaniel.
Jamie Hawkins.
Fires the three. Ja Morant with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 3. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, earlier I spoke with the Bulls head coach. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David.
For the Bulls, Ed Stone. 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. 55 seconds left in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Morant outside. 6 to shoot. From the arc. That shot off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Hero. Rebound by the Pistons.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
A floater. Jokic, no good. Pass the ball. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Bulls on top. They're up by...
The Pistons, 12.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Chicago on defense. It's a 5-point game. And here's the break. Here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Oh, that's a big man move by Wiseman, roughing up the D with that emphatic finish.
Here's Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Up and in on the layup. And the Bulls lead by 7. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season. If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Oh, and this is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Craig, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Chicago leading. And he drives in. The shot's good from Hayes. Hayes has got 4 points in the quarter.
Maybe unnecessary to go for the finger roll instead of just laying it in, but it is impressive.
Pass to Jokic. Rebound by the Bulls. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. It's good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Lopez outside. At the elbow. Jokic. Fades. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jokic has got 11 points.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wiseman. And then Wiseman slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Jokic, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Back to Wiseman. Rebound by the Pistons.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The passing ability of Jokic, the way he sees the floor, it's off the charts.
Yes, that goes in. He has 6.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark, and he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the Big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night.
Shoots from the baseline and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
So both teams changing it up here. And here are the Bulls now. 6-point lead. Edey with the rebound. It's deflected. And so Morant will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Driving to the basket. And Morant throws it down.
Well, it's just so tough to contain Morant. Even with the defender right into him, he is still able to score.
Here's Vucevic. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 6.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Morant outside. And Vucevic pulls it down.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Morant. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. Outside for Jackson. Shoots over Hero. Jackson misses.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Morant outside. Pass to Jokic. Out to Morant. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The Bulls leading by 12. Outside, Ball. Banked in off the glass. Bulls got 8 points.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Inside, Jokic misses from close range.
Well, 4 failed attempts to start this half. Not what they wanted out of the locker room.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. But I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat. Pistons trailed by 13. Here he goes. And finished off by Morant.
Well, no one gets to the hole better than Ja. His first step is unreal.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
High post Lopez. He has 5. Outside for Jackson. Here's Morant. Thompson inside the line. It's hauled in by the Bulls. At one point, they led by 16. Ball with the bucket.
And we're seeing Ball just take over. An efficient, effective scorer who feels comfortable shooting from anywhere.
Morant with a wide open look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Takes it from 10. Here's McDaniels. Here's Ball. Tries again. And another shot. Yep, it counts. Ball's got 15 points in just the second half.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, this kind of performance from Morant doesn't surprise anyone. He can score with the best of them.
Missed inside. Pistons trailed by 16. .135 left in the third. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 16.
Yeah, really nice finish there with contact. Morant with great body control.
And Paul slams it in.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring offense. Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Here's Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
And Morant throws it down.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Hayes. And it's good, 2 points. 8 points for him.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
So timeout called here, the first for Chicago. Pistons trailed by 17. Jokic a screen. There's the three. Wiseman with the rebound.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Puts up a deep three. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
3.
6 seconds left to play in the third. To the paint. Vucevic. It's been all about Lonzo Ball for Chicago. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. He'll get you back to the action after this break. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Again, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Pistons trailed by 14. Lewis outside. Here's Bates. Pass to Edey. Shot clock at 5. And here is Lewis. Front pass the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
From outside the arc, they grab their own miss. And the foul called on Ayo Dosunmu. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
6 on the shot clock. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Chicago leading by 16. Takes it inside. Good on the shot.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
Detroit making a switch.
17 foul. Now into the lineup for the Pistons.
And here's Hayes.
Number 9.
Sinks that one from the post. And the Bulls lead by 17.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
From deep. It's all in by the Bulls.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Tipped away. Pass to Vukcevic. Nice move. Pocket 6. Lets the three fly. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. Trailing by 17.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Here are the Pistons with the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. The Bulls leading by 17. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Hayes, no good. Looking to get back on track here. And the layup is good.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Here's Hayes. And another miss by Chicago. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. There's the pick. Here's Thompson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
5 on the clock. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Pistons trail by 13. Back to Jokic. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Jaquez. Jokic a screen. To the middle. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Bulls leading by 13. Pass to Adebayo. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Jokic.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Chicago.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Hero, no good. Got a piece of it. Right wing. Here's Morant. Out to Thompson. It's Morant in the corner. The second chance effort. And it goes down 2 points. Now, here's Ball. And he lays it straight in. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
Love the fact that Ball can use his length to annoy shooters. Make sure whoever he's on doesn't get off a clean shot.
Lopez, no luck.